And good morning, peeps. Good Thursday morning. And we're getting it down. Here's our giveaway tool. Let's go to the comment section because I got to put my hashtag peeps in there so we can get this off and going so we know it is working. I like to test things out because I am not above human error. And if that's not bad enough, I've learned that things are not beyond machine error either, technical error. Okay, well, you see the banner down here. It says "Good morning, peeps." Grab your cup, meet up. I'm gonna show what we just did here because I put my peeps in YouTube, and it's in Facebook, and it's ready for you guys to make your comments. When you do, don't forget to put hashtag peeps, and you too can be part of the giveaway. And at the end, we will have confetti time because we're going to do a giveaway. And I'm going to start collecting those comments now. See, it says 2 entries, so we're good to go. Anything you put in now will be hoovered up by this little app, and you will be entered into the drawing. And who do we have today but Joseph Brodsky? Let me turn the banner off there because you know what it takes to make a YouTube channel sing. And it would be nice if I had my glasses on. That might help me see a little bit better. But you guys know the rule by now. The spiel by now, right? It's the subscribe, the like, and the follow, right? But really, what I want is the comments. That's why I'm trying to bribe you guys with giveaways, because to me, this is interactive, and that's okay. What did I do here? To me, that's the cool part is the interaction part of this. Okay, banner, hide that banner. There we go. Finally got it down. Is the opportunity to make this more than just a one-way broadcast. This is two-way broadcasting. I get to pretend that I am Miss Judy of Romper Room. Miss Judy was my Romper Room preschool back in the day. See, this says that was the early 60s with Miss Judy's tenure. I don't know if you guys remember Romper Room or who was the hosting, who the lovely lady was that was hosting. And she had a magic mirror, and she would look at this pretend mirror, and she could see right through it through the television because television was live back then. And then she would say, "Oh, I see Timmy, I see Bobby, I see Diane, I see Karen," because those are names that, like, in my grade school, almost every class had at least 2 of each of those names because they were so popular, right? So I don't know if you had that experience as well, but we had so many Karens. It would be Karen S, Karen M, Karen, Debbie. Debbie was another one. Debbie M, Debbie Z, Debbie whatever, because there was just so many of them. So you had to have that little initial of your first name behind it. Well, I was Lori M, but there was another Lori M, so that was an interesting thing. So there weren't too many Loris, and here we are, 2 Lori M's in the class. Alrighty, well, there are worse crimes, and we were good friends too, so there you go, really confusing. There were worse crimes than burning books. One of them is not reading them. I have feelings, and that's not going to surprise any of you guys who are commonly coming in here. I have feelings about this one. There are worse crimes than burning books. One of them is not reading them. I call it pseudo-intellectual syndrome, and I think we all have a touch of it. We're going to be honest with ourselves. But I also believe that it is healthy. It's necessary in life to own far more books than you can possibly read, and I am totally guilty of that one. It's not hoarding if it's books, right? And here I am with all these books that I don't even have time to read, and I just because I'm coming back to a town that I have history with. The history goes back to the late 80s, but I got my newest version of their library card this week, um, and uh, and that opens up a whole nother realm of amazing things. And Amazon is going to not get quite so much of my money this coming year because I have, they have all that uh, electronic ability to check out audiobooks and Kindle. It goes right on your Kindle reader or your Kindle app. And it's just a library loan, which is perfect for me because I don't need to own all those things. And really, you don't really own things if you're doing either Audible or Kindle, you don't own it. You have rented it, and Amazon can take it away anytime it wants to because it's living in their cloud. It's not something that you really own. And I like to have multimedia experiences. So I don't mind the e-reader. It was really came in handy for me when I don't know. I was the pedestrian in the crosswalk hit by the car in 2013, and I spent the majority of the next 3 years in bed because it broke my back and it broke my leg. It wasn't the bones that took so long; it was the soft tissue that was just crazy to heal up, and it's still not totally healed up. That's 10 years. That's 10 years on, but so much better. It took me 6 years before I could drive a car again because of the back spasms. Were the back spasms would go up into my head, around the back of my head, and make my eyes go like this. And you do not want to be driving a car when your eyes are going. Just saying, So I'm like, and then what else can't you do, right? Because of the muscle spasms and things like that, I couldn't hold a physical book for a while, much less drive a car. And that year, one of the years in that where I was mostly bedridden and couldn't, I had a really tough time. So on better days, I could get out, and when I did, I went to Toastmasters in Hawaii because I could get out, those celebrations. But they weren't consistent. They were things that and Toastmasters is a whole thing in Hawaii. It's like the social club for the entire island. If you are a Toastmasters, they recognize you, and if they got a meeting going on, they will drag you into their meeting, whether you belong to their club or not. It's reminiscent of the old days in Hawaii where I would be walking down by the beach, and they the families rent out different portions of the beach to have these parties because the housing situation is that it's small, but the families are huge. So they say, oh, meet you down at the beach. We're going to be at Ala Beach Park over by and they have the picnic tables rented out there or, reserved there or whatever. And I'd be walking down, and somebody in that big, huge group would see me, recognize me, and pull me in. And the next thing I knew, I'd have a plate full of food, and I was playing with their little kids, right? So Toastmasters in Hawaii still has that kind of feeling. You feel like you belong. It's a wonderful thing. Belonging like that is just so amazing, and really. It's the thing that the tourists don't get. The best part about Hawaii is lovely, it's gorgeous. But what really is Hawaii is the people. It's that ka'amaina. It's the way that they interact with each other. There's just such a blessing to be included in that, to be enveloped in that kind of community. And Toastmasters, but so that they have appropriated Toastmasters and which is a wonderful thing, and they're using it to further that aspect of their culture. How cool is that? And like I said, there's worse crimes than burning books. One of them is not reading them, and there's so many books, so little time, but. How wonderful to have those connections that we can make with people, whether they're like in Hawaii where it's face to face, or during COVID where it's Zoom to Zoom, or it's in the books where it's century to century, that you get to spend time and get to know intimately and feel like you're a part of these people's lives, right? And to me, Yeah, I love me some nonfiction. I read lots of all kinds of books. Um, but really, really well written fiction is my favorite, because it stretches me as a person and it opens up worlds and it says truths that you can't say in nonfiction. How's that? There's an Emily Dickinson quote, tell the truth, but tell it slant. And that to me is what really great fiction is all about. Just like these quotes and really great poetry. And Joseph Brodsky, there are worse crimes than burning books. One of them is not reading them. So pick up a book today. Go frequent your public library. I took them 3 dozen donuts from our local donut shop, which is amazing. Donuts, great donuts. And just because it's a week before my birthday, and I try to do something extra special for to treat other people every day the week before my birthday. And my birthday in Hawaii is amazing because it's Lei Day, and I get to give leis and get to see people walk around with leis that other people have given them. So it's just such a joy. So I'm not in Hawaii this year. I'm in the Midwest, so I'm trying to get that Kama'aina spirit and distribute it widely in this week. So I shall see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day, and I'm planning something for this weekend. We will see if it comes about. So stay tuned. If you are not subscribed, subscribe so you know when I do something that's out of the ordinary. I think I'm going to be doing some out of the ordinary things this weekend in celebration of my 62 years around the sun. And yeah, so anyway, have a blessed day.